Welcome back to the Liftoff live stream. My name is Jacob, and you know what? Even with the stream crash, we're not going to let that bring us down, because no matter what, if we're here, we're here. We're always going to be here. We'll always start a new stream. If we have to start 200 new streams, we will always be here. So we appreciate you guys always sticking with us through the ups and downs. We're going to figure out the best way to go about fixing that issue. More than likely, I'm going to get a streaming PC. That way I'm always here with you guys no matter what, even if it drops or not. But we're going to figure something out where we don't have that issue ever again. So bear with me, but we're back. Welcome. Appreciate you guys. How we doing? How we doing today? Bitcoin holding up 70K. We have a pretty cool, actually, guys, I got a little bored with the coloring of the candles. Got a little bored with the coloring of the candles, so I decided to recolor my setup here, and I'll show you in a second. It's actually kind of sick. It looks pretty sweet. But welcome back, guys. The bot, yeah, bot's being weird. We're not going to worry about that. Not really going to let anything get us down today. But, guys, man, interesting things to talk about. There was a trade. And you know what? I was like, man, we do a fake $1 billion account for trades. Like, why aren't we trading like 1 million plus of these coins that we've been looking at? It's like, why not, right? So it's quite interesting because that swing, or is it crypto setups? Adam had a setup right now on that 4 hour that we took. We actually got in late. We would have had a way better entry at 12:44, but I mean, why not go with the crazy amount due to, you know, just using the paper trading on this. So in 1 million of them at 12:57. I wish we could have. I missed the actual closure of that candle, but we'll talk about that here in a little bit. But overall, our setups, that was the one that did set up currently, and we'll kind of go over what we're looking at. There were some other ones that got close, but you know, Python's out of the equation now. But overall, guys, just hodling up. That's really all we got to go about, you know. Bro, BCH 600? Yo, no. It is. Come on, baby. Come on. Let's go, man. Come on, man. That's like a good come on, man. That'd be awesome. We'll definitely looking for that 600 target, but this thing is absolutely ripping. So great job, Punk Trainer, if you're still holding that position, my friend. Great job. Man, oh man. That would be awesome. Imagine Jacob isn't real trading and he's only paper trading. Hey, that doesn't mean I'm not taking these trades on the outside. I'll say that, but I have to legally say that I am paper trading. But based on our history here, we've been absolutely killing it. But guys, welcome back. The bot seems to probably be in the other thing. I'm gonna ping it again in this main chat. We'll see if it comes. If it doesn't, I probably have to we're gonna do predictions, but it's gonna be one of those weeks again where the predictions are everything when it comes to the points. So remember, last night was less, and man, not very many people hit the less. By the way, not very many people hit the less, which was quite interesting to me. I don't know why. Yeah, more, baby. More is always the way to go, right? It's always the way to go, man. BCH, absolutely ripping. All right, that being said, yep, yeah, it is over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and unlist. Y'all know the drill. We're going to get the bot over for a little bit here and make sure you guys can put in your Bitcoin predictions. If you're in the mainstream, make sure you see the widescreen format. Go to the YouTube page and then click the widescreen format, my friends, and you'll get a chance to enter your predictions. I'm praying that Streamlabs kind of develops a way. I was looking at other bots last night, actually, and there's some that look okay, but none of them actually have a great interface like Streamlabs does. So we'll probably stick with Streamlabs and just gonna have to play around with it. I'll probably go live on another YouTube channel that's completely like just a test channel to play around with it, see why and how I could get it to other streams. It's landscape, not widescreen. Alan, I can call it what I want to call it, brother. I can call it what I want to call it. Widescreen. You know what I'm saying? Landscape, horizontal, whatever you want to call it, man. Same terminology. Close enough. We're going with widescreen because we are that cinema-based stream here. I'm also just messing with you, Alan. I appreciate you correcting me though. All right, landscape mode. you want that, jump in. All right, let's wait here, waiting for that bot to jump over. Alan calling me out. Did it jump over yet? Jump over for me. And we'll get to the Bitcoin predictions, my friends. But quite an interesting move we got so far. Bam, there it is. Waiting for the curved screen, he said. Let's get the curved stream. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm gonna warp everything. All right. Your brother needs a haircut. Tomorrow, remember guys, we're not streaming tomorrow. I'll be heading to Florida. But Friday, we are streaming from Florida. Diagonal screen. Come on, Eric's in the chat for that. But we will be streaming from Florida. It's going to be quite interesting to see where I set up. I don't know exactly yet. Maybe I'll set up on the golf course or something. IRL stream. It'll be a shorter stream, though. It won't be a full stream. Am I looking to be on the beach? Probably not. It just depends. We'll figure something out. That being said, let's go ahead and get to predictions. Tomorrow, no stream, yeah. No stream tomorrow. Unless you guys... the problem is that if we did a stream tomorrow, it would be later. It would be like tomorrow night, which half of you guys can be asleep. So it's like, if you want a late night stream tomorrow, we can do a late night stream. I'll probably go live on TikTok or something. But I'll keep you guys updated on that. Let's go ahead and get to the cloud bot. It's going to be traveling early. My flight's at like 1:45. So it's going to be right in the middle of this normal stream time, right? So that's pretty much why. But Friday we'll be back. All right, from Florida. Let's see here, lo-fi. Let's get our music going, my friends. Let's get it going. All right, so y'all know the drill. If you want to get extra points added to your profile every single day, you put in your Bitcoin predictions. How do you do that? Well, just in 1 second, you'll see a little message pop up saying, do you think Bitcoin's going to be more or less than it currently is, right? So if I go to BTC USD right now, the price we're going with is, I'm not going to say it until we get in there. All right, this is the price we're going with. Do you think it's going to be more or less than 69,067? Man, we should have just made it 69,069. Type an exclamation BTC more or less if you think it's going to be more or less than that by the end of the stream. And if you are correct, you get 100 points added to your profile. Who do we got on top of the leaderboard this week? Who do we got right now on top of the leaderboard? Right now, we got Edward Webb Jr. at 216 points. We got Ham from yesterday as well, getting that last point at 208 points. Azu in third, 132 points. Brad fourth, Dame fifth, Bam sixth, Volo seventh, Tom eighth, and our boy Big Dennis in ninth, and then Metabytes in 10th again, tied with Charles in 10th actually. So remember guys, Bitcoin predictions are big right now for making that top 10 list. If you're in the top 10 list at the end of the week, you get entered into a separate giveaway to win $100 every single Monday. So make sure you join the main stream to enter your predictions. As you'll see, if the chat doesn't show predictions being added, then you're in the wrong stream, okay? So while that's being done, guys, y'all know the drill. Let's go ahead and hop over to the Pepe wheel. Everybody say good morning, Pepe. How you doing, Pepe? My green screen's a little off today because I got my overhead light on. We'll deal with it. We'll go. All right, so about to go over. Y'all know the drill. We'll go over some setups if there is a setup. But guys, if you want anything specific analyzed today, throw it in the chat. I throw it on the Pepe wheel, and we go over it, my friends. So give me something. Give me something good. Let's go. Where's my pen? There it is. Scum coin. Goodness gracious. Is that even on a major exchange yet? Did it hit? It's on Bybit? No. It's not even on anything yet. Goodness gracious. Come on. ICP from Jamie. Did we go over ICP yesterday? I know we did on Monday. Let's see. Wow. This thing's ripping. ICP ripping up. Let's go. Is that a daily rip? Let's see. Yeah. This thing keeps going. Alright, we're going to go over ICP again because we didn't go over it yesterday, but we went over it on Monday. ICP first on the board. What do we got? BCH for Punk Chainer. We're definitely doing BCH again. BCH, y'all know it. Doge, PayPal. We haven't done a stock in a while. Let's see what PayPal's doing. We can do PayPal. We haven't done a stock in a minute. PayPal's on the board. Rats Vera Fet. Where's Fet? Let me see Fet. Fetch.ai. Yo. I forgot, never mind. This thing's been ripping. Back over that $3 range. We talked about this bullseye formation. Man, it's at all-time high. It's kind of hard to talk about. We're going to go over Solana. Zach, come on. Act like you've been here before. I know you probably haven't. If you're new here, I appreciate you being here, but we always go over Solana, my friend. Vara. ICP's on the board, Wardo. Come on, man. Come on, man. Ondo. Bake. Ondo's at an all-time high. Not really much to talk about there. Vara. This is a new one. Guys, Vara is a Vara network. Okay, so this is an actual, like, real coin that just launched. I will talk this one. Yeah, it's not much to talk about on this right now. This is a complete new Reddit RDDT. It's crazy how quickly options got started trading in these. Ocean. Yeah. So what's the weekly on this? Weekly's not bad. All right, we'll talk about Ocean. Ocean on the board there. That Ocean ARB. Crypto game was ARB. AVAX. Let's go to ARB. ARB coming back down. Yo, Pen, chill. Yeah, ARB still stuck in that bear structure. We talked about that before. Bonk. Yeah, not much to talk about on Bonk. As you know my thoughts on Fat Ocean and XRP. Let's see what XRP's sitting at. XRP's still trying to hold up and I haven't really moved. Doge is the only like meme coin that I would fully look at. Doge actually did bounce back. Man, it rejected that beautiful high. You know what? This is our first time we're going to talk about Doge in a while. Let's talk about Doge. Y'all want it? Let's do it. Doge. That's the only one we'll really look at. XLM. I haven't looked at XLM in forever. Doge is actually moving. We can talk about it. XLM. Yo. Yeah. I think XLM. Maybe. This ain't bad. Yeah, let's talk about XLM. Maybe we go over XLM like once a week. XLM on the board, XDC. Guys, if you want a specific thing to analyze, make sure to join the mainstream. If you're seeing the vertical format, that is not the mainstream. H-bar. H-bar's a good one as well. Let me go to the weekly here. I don't think this has changed much since we've gone over it. Hasn't? I guess it did reject up there. Mana. We're going to go over Solana, guys. Don't worry. Mana on the daily. We've discussed Mana a bit, I remember. Manta CKB. Guys, make sure you get those Bitcoin predictions in as we continue to fill the board. Whoa, this thing's moving. Let's cover CKB. What is this? This thing's interesting. Decent volume. Let's go over CKB. I don't know what this is, but we're gonna go over it. CKB. Did we go over this? I feel like we maybe have gone over this. Is it Quant? Quant finally make its move. Quant's trying to set up. We've been watching this one very closely. This one did break out a bit. Broke out yesterday and it's coming back off that high. 4 hour maybe proper retracement. That's interesting. This was on our list too to see if it got set up. Nike from Wardo. How is Nike? Oh, I don't think we've gone over Madic. Ooh, Nike with the gap down. Nike could be a good one to look at on news-wise or earnings. How they do this past year? Yikes! Oh no, they haven't fully reported yet. Someone said Madic. Yeah, I think we'll probably do Madic. Yeah, Madic's a good one. Guys, got 2 more slots to fill. And then after that we close. Ooh, Litecoin. Has Litecoin made a move though? So, ooh, Litecoin is back up. Let's talk about Litecoin. Nice. Last but not least, guys, let's get one more in the bag. Come on, one more in the bag. Shib. We're gonna take Solana, Jamie. Act like we've been here before. I'm just kidding. If you haven't been here before, I appreciate you joining us. But we go over Solana every single day. That's part of our majors. I should just put a big thing on the top. CFG, Solana, Damien, come on. INJ, we went over yesterday. Hasn't moved on the daily. Nope. AVAX. I know we go over AVAX quite a bit. Depends if it's moved. Nope. Doge. We got Doge on the board, guys. Let's talk about Doge. Doge is the first meme coin that's possibly starting to be tradable. AEVO. I know people have asked that a lot before. Pipe. Yeah, nah. This thing's too early too. Mana. We just looked at Mana a second ago. Yeah, nah. This is not much to talk about on Mana. Am I dreaming? BCH, LTC, ETC? Should we go Ethereum Classic too? All the classics. We got one more, my friends. Let's add one more to the board. Let's keep it going. One more to the board. What we got? Give me something new. Give me something new. This guy over here wanted Bake. Whatever that is. Bake. Damn. This thing got hammered. PolyX. Yo, this thing's ripping. Not much. Yeah, if we're ripping, there's not much to talk about. DYDX. I saw that a few times. A weekly on this. It's holding a bit. It's not too bad. It did hit a price target. LUNC from Tom. Luna, right? Ooh. Daily. This is actually potentially a bearish setup. This is interesting. Could be a move. SHIB. IMX. That one is probably the one we'll do. Yeah, let's talk about IMX. I like this. This one's good. Good call. Brad. IMX for Brad. There we go. All right, guys. Board's filled. Y'all know the drill. Board is filled. That's it for today. We'll be back, remember, on Friday. No stream tomorrow, but we're going to go over all the ones we just listed here in just a second, as well as all the majors, okay? So I appreciate you guys. IMX does look pretty good. We'll talk about the structure. It looks pretty nice to me. That being said, though, Bitcoin predictions are now closed. If you didn't get them in, you didn't get them in. I'm sorry. They are closed. You had your chance. Every time the Pepe wheel is up, just know Bitcoin predictions are there. So great work, guys. We'll go ahead and plug those in here in a little bit. At the end of the stream, if you were correct, you get 100 points added to your profile. Y'all know the drill. Let's go. On to charting. Let's hop back over here really quickly. I'm gonna get this music changed up here. Get that music changed up real quick. All right. Y'all know the drill. All right. So, let's start with Bitcoin. Oh, yeah, here you go. New kind of candle setup, guys. Look at this nice little light blue, kind of reddish. It kind of blends nicely. Something to look at, you know what I'm saying? Something new. It's always good to start with. It's always good to have some new coloring, right? How's our Adam doing? Just chilling. We'll talk about that here in a minute. Let's go to the futures watch list. Doge is the one that's up today. So it's quite interesting. Our gold. So gold contracts flipped on what's it called? Actually, it's still trying to set up. We'll talk about gold here in a sec, but we're in that gold trade as well. But it's funny because the gold contracts aren't really moving. It's trying to settle itself. It's actually. It is right, but it's weird. We'll talk about it here in a sec. But let's start with Bitcoin, my friends. Y'all know the drill. Let me go live on Instagram, and then we're ready to go. Start of the weekly. Do y'all see my message? What's up, Robert? What are you messaging? Wax P, guys. There's only a certain amount we can enter in. I'm gonna unlist the other stream. That more than likely the bot's gonna jump over there, guys. So say bye bye to the bot if it does. And we'll see it later. Maybe we'll get lucky and it won't jump over. We go back to public on that one, and we're ready to go, my friends. And then we're also going to do live on Instagram. All right. Later, bot. Why nobody talking about Ape? What's Ape doing? Ape hasn't gone anywhere. That's why. What's up, Instagram? How we doing? Welcome back to the Luxago live stream. My name's Jacob. If you want to be in the full format stream, make sure you go to the Luxago YouTube. Click the stream with the actual thumbnail. You'll get a widescreen or landscape format. And that's where you can do all the chat again. We do our $300 giveaway every single Friday. Guys, if you want to do that giveaway this Friday, today we have to hit 120 likes. We're already at over 50 right now. If we hit 120 likes today on the YouTube streams combined, we will do that giveaway on Friday. Remember, tomorrow we're not streaming. I'll be traveling to Florida, but I will be streaming Friday from Florida. So get ready for that. It's going to be a lot different, but we're definitely going to be going about it regardless, because the grind don't stop. The grind don't stop. All right, guys, that being said, let's get into Bitcoin. Oh, the drill. Bitty Bitcoin. We got a new lovely chart layout today. I kind of like it. It's growing on me. I saw these colors yesterday. Someone sent me a chart with it, and I was like, ooh, yeah, I kind of like that. We're going to play with it. All right, so y'all know the drill. We've been just watching this weekly candle close, or weekly channel candle trade. Trade above 65,500. That's what I mostly want to see, is a continuous trade above 65,500. We're at 68K right now. We did talk about on that daily time frame, we wanted to see if we get a retracement, a bounce off 68K. That is inside a daily imbalance, as well as that 4-hour lines up beautifully with the previous high right here, right? So that previous high right there, looking for that bounce would be very nice. It would happen inside that imbalance as well as a lovely 50% retracement. And even if we pull it down here, we could see a lot of that fib, from that low, still kind of starting to line up in that golden pocket from that previous high. So it could be a nice little trade-off there if we get a nice bounce confirmation off 68,000. Isn't the market closed on Friday? Good Friday? Yeah, the crypto market's open 24/7, my friends. It's open 24/7. But yes, U.S. markets are closed on Friday. Good Friday this week, right? Yeah. Should be. Friday the 29th. Yep, you are correct. So, are closed, but Bitcoin and all of that's going to be trading regardless. So, volume is probably going to still be lower in all those through the weekend because it is Easter weekend. But overall, don't matter because the crypto market don't stop. All right, guys. Bitcoin, though, 68K balance is what we're looking for. From now on, I'm only investing in Bonk, Shib, and Pepe. Yo. Come on. All right. But 68K, if that comes in, we'll see if we can get that actual bounce here. Lovely reversal setup. That happened on Bitcoin 4-hour. We were talking about this inverse head and shoulders type setup. Bounce off that lower order block, set a higher low, and then made that change character for the nice push through a consolidated period. We talked about 65 and 60K being that consolidation we really wanted. Anywhere above 60, guys, I'm very happy with consolidation. The weekly does need to come down from this kind of overbought territory, but it's still kind of chilling. So, if it came down here and it holds up in the 60s, that would be ideal. This is coming from two high volume highs there. Open close high in the weekly from 2021 when I had that all-time high run at 65,500, and then that 60K mark as well. A lot of volume was traded there. So really continuing to watch that, seeing if it wants to actually set up above that and continue. This week, though, all I want to see is a closure over last week's high, which is 68,933. So if we get a closure on Bitcoin over 68,933, we maybe could go set a new all-time high. But again, we're just looking for consolidation up here in the 60s. Doesn't matter. It could touch 60. Could go back above 60 or back above 70. It doesn't matter to me. Just as long as it's above 60 or in the 60s, I think we're good. Let's go to Ethereum. ETH was another one to fully talk about. We're talking and want to see on that weekly time frame a closure over the 3,500, right? So if that 3,500 does happen, remember it's coming from a previous open close high. It would be very nice for that to happen. Now, if we see this weekly close, I would really like to close over the previous week's high, like I just said in Bitcoin, except it's more important in Ethereum right now. Ethereum over that 3,600, 3,642 would be very much ideal. That should set up for a nice push, probably to nearly 4K next week if it were to happen. This isn't as overbought as Bitcoin is on that weekly time frame, but you can see here very significant pivotal levels that we had marked off, talked about here a million times, happened again. Same goes for that 3,500. We bounced roughly there last week as well. So really looking for this week to continue to trade over 3,500. We're under it right now. We'll see. We will see if it happens. If it doesn't, then, you know, we'll talk about those lower levels. 3K still in mind because this thing almost touched it exactly. 3,057. So it's very possible this thing, you know, continues to trade through the 3,000s, somewhere up here, just chilling, waiting for this thing to make its next move. We'll kind of wait and see day by day, right? That's why you tune in every day. Get the current updates. All right. What James said. I don't want to get liquidated, so I guess I'm good to go. Thank you for the financial advice, Tom. I am going to buy it and hold it for years. Goodness gracious. QNT is QNT on the board? No, it's not on the board. But we can maybe talk about it if we get more time at the end of the stream. Guys, appreciate the likes. Make sure you continue to like because when you get to 120 likes, we want to do the giveaway on Friday. So $300 giveaway on Friday. We had 120 likes right now on both streams, or across both streams on YouTube. That being said, 3,500 big watch this week for Ethereum. Let's jump over to Solana, our probably favorite one right now. The daily time frame. Solana back to the 180s. Now, quite interesting because we talked about this a bit. The slope on the weekly is still holding quite nicely here on the oscillator. Oscillator slope's holding nicely. You got that turning point above the 50. You got a nice increase again on the buy side right there on the money flow. So I really like to see that with the money flow buying back. What do we need to see, though? Right here, we got 173.65, right? Where does that come from? That comes from that weekly open close, very aggressive area here from back in 2021 again. End of 2021 at 173. So long as price continues to hold over that, I think we like it. 198 lined up again. Previous pivotal point at roughly that 200 price point on the Solana weekly. And there you go. You can see it rejected and reacted to that beautifully. That's why you mark off your weekly levels and tune into the live stream every day at 1 Eastern. 1 to 1:30 now, just depending on what's going on. That being said, 173.65, still watching for that hold here on the daily candles. If it's above that, I like it. We discussed briefly about a bull flag formation on Solana that actually never formed. I wanted to see a lower low and then a nice higher low setup. But here you go. If this were the breakout, here's your higher low setup. You need to see something come into today or tomorrow to get this thing bought back up to 190. If it does go and retest 173, I mean, I'm not going to be too upset about it. But overall, consolidation is okay. Consolidation is good. Especially if it wants to hold value. If this thing holds value above 173, I think you're just fine. We're going to eventually probably get that move to 224, which is our upside target. And then after that, 250. So those are our two upside targets right now. Solana did break, but couldn't hold. Came back down. Yet again, that 173.65 is our main watch. If it's going to trade and hold above that on Solana, I think we're okay. The meme world is going bonkers right now, so I don't see why this thing wouldn't hold this value due to the amount of volume being traded through the Solana network. I put leverage long to trade it in Solana. I wish I didn't. Goodness gracious. All right, Dennis. Well, I told you not to trade leverage, and he's trading leverage again. Come on, man. Ugh. Come on. All right. 180, though. Watch for that support or watch for a bounce roughly. You have an imbalance sitting there as well as that change of character. Clearly blew that level out pretty easily. So that's kind of what I'd be watching right now inside this imbalance off 180. If that 180 does bounce, could be a nice higher low to continue its current maybe breakout of this current consolidation. Very possible. We did predictions already, Ham. You're in first, though, I think, man. So, I'm sorry that you missed the predictions, though. Bitcoin is sad? What do you mean? Is it making a frowny face or something? But you're doing okay, Ham. You got time. Yeah, 173.65. Watch for that hold continuing here. 4 hour. Just want to see a higher low come into play. Right now, it's not the best. It is trying to break structure on the oscillator. I wish this would have a turning point either now or shortly after. So make sure you wait until you get a proper setup on Solana to go about trading it. So that's the biggest thing I would watch for Solana here. See if it wants to set up over this 180 mark, right? So if it does happen, we'll be looking for that, setup for that breakout move. So Solana off the board. Let's go over to gold, right? Gold here. Hey, what's up, Monty? How you doing, man? What's up, Charles? How you doing? Guys, we do a $300 giveaway every single Friday. If you want to be a part of that giveaway, make sure you subscribe and you hit that like button. We had to hit 120 likes across both streams today on YouTube. If you're seeing the vertical stream, you're not in the main stream, go to the YouTube profile or just search Luxalgo on YouTube, join the mainstream. It is the landscape format, so look for that. All right, so we talked about this. We discussed the 2200 level. Right now on gold, remember, it's quite interesting because if I go to GC leading contract, right now it just flipped to April. You'll see it's at 189. The GC 1 exclamation is actually not the leading contract. So in real life, if this was not a paper trade, this would actually be entering that leading contract instead. But again, legally, I can't trade live on this stream. But, we're looking for still that 2200. It actually closed out. It actually closed out 5 already on gold there, but that 2800 there, if you're still in it, we're looking for the 2208 we talked about. 2200 though, if that does tag again, probably would be worth taking out a little bit. We did talk about the daily setup we liked here because of the turning point. We're getting another turning point today, so this happening here is just as good. Might go retest that high at 2200, but yet again, that first initial move here, we would have got off at 2180 roughly. Looking for that 2200 would be that first TP, and then above that, look for probably a bigger move. So overall, all right, Monty, I see you, brother. I'm gonna put you in timeout though because you keep spamming the chat. But guys, welcome back. Appreciate y'all being here. Gold right now still upside target, breaking a new all-time high. It's pretty straightforward on that front. The 4 hour looks very good, to be honest. Just watch for continuous holds over the 2190 level. It's a previous high there. It is entering a bearish imbalance, but again, that already kind of filled those orders here. Those orders got fully filled there for this bearish imbalance. It's just considering now, if we can rally back through this, it probably should have a nice move back to that high, maybe get a new all-time high. What's up, Amazing Crafts? How you doing, man? Thanks for being here. High low, though, very nicely. We'll see if that XAU can end up making its next move. Not too bad, though. Let's go to the NASDAQ. And let's go to the interesting and go to the, what's it called? ES. So, sorry, NASDAQ. So NASDAQ, we discussed this a little bit the other day. We were watching for that bull flag break. Didn't fully break structure on that daily. If we go to on the 4 hour time frame. On the 4 hour or on the daily here, we are getting this a little bit of retracement. We have a nice high that I'd be watching right now, right here. We've discussed all we want to watch for is retracements in this mega trend that the NASDAQ has. That's all I would consider, honestly, is these retracements. We do have highs to continue to watch, see if it wants to bounce off of, but it is setting lower lows right now. This essentially could be a very nice extended bull flag that is happening. So essentially, if this thing wants to come out of this, we just need to see a nice structural break. Never happened here on that order block break. It almost broke out, but didn't happen. So you would want to see this thing actually break out and then probably set up off of that to take your next long trade. Again, I don't like fighting these trends, so if we're in a mega trend, it's not really worth fighting them, to be honest. You just wait for a retracement and you take your entries accordingly on those retracements. You can see it's trading well over that Neo cloud, which is something we use to judge how strong trends are, as well as the trend strength at 88%. So it is trading above the Neo, but this thing is not going to hit bearish structure until it actually breaks a higher low. So that would be somewhere around that 18,000 mark, which we previously discussed as well. So I'd really like to recommend looking for that bounce back off of the 18K again if it were to happen down here. If not, if it breaks that structure, then we can start considering maybe a shorting opportunity. But again, these dips are really nice for looking for potential entries. So right now you can see the 4 hours actually touching that Neo cloud, which is good. So if it comes off that Neo cloud, makes that breakout move, it's very possible that we do get a pretty clean setup. So we'll be keeping an eye on it, but it is in a bearish change character, so on that 4 hour time frame. So I'm going to just be waiting to see if it wants to confirm kind of these levels here, and then wait for that breakout move yet again. So NASDAQ, that's about it. Let me look into the ES really quick. Similar situation on the ES. ES here, let me go to the leading contract again. Oh, these actually lined up nicely now. Nice. Okay, so they are lined up. Weekly. Daily. Let's go to the daily here. So daily, pretty much inside that imbalance again. All I want to see is this thing hold up over this BOS here. You got a lovely BOS. You can already see it's kind of confirming above that. If I want a full confirmation, you know, I could wait for a turning point on the daily. But if we go to that 4 hour time frame, here's these highs. Yet again, you want to see this thing break out, right? This thing hasn't fully broken. So this is why we wait kind of for that, you know, little break and run. So if you get a break of structure, you'll see another BOS, or even you could just mark it off yourself and go about it here off this high here. I would watch this thing over 5,300. If it breaks over 5,300 again, you probably get a nice setup. You could even maybe talk about, yeah, 5,300 would probably be the move for that breakout. So really focus on that on there at 5,300. Watch for, you know, a nice structure break because it's still in a downward slope on the 4 hour. But this is a temporary move, right? So we always look for those longs off those lows. Why your indicator is repaint? The indicators do not repaint, my friend. We have maybe 2 indicators in our entire free library that repaint, but those are the only ones that repaint. But that being said, ES over 5,300 is what I would watch. Looking good. Let's jump over to Atom. We had a crypto setup. It looked like it actually went back down on us. Yeah, so we're going to be keeping a close eye on this one. We initially missed our entry on that 4 hour, which was here, which was this price right here at 1244. But we'll keep a close eye on this. Remember, we're trading that $1 billion account or whatever, so we're like, hey, why not just do crazy amounts? So we'll see where it ends up. But again, rejecting the bottom of that order block again. So overall, similar structure facing. This is quite interesting because it's a different type of setup that we were looking at, right? So we got, you know, higher lows in formation, right? This thing was already setting those higher lows on the oscillator. Normally, we like to see that breakout and then structure hold, right? We like to see the breakout and structure hold in this case after it's set like lower lows, right? Instead of higher lows. So it was setting higher lows. It actually broke here and then found its support off of it here, which you could have had that entry down here. But again, remember what we like talked about is it having that turning point above 50, which ended up having it there. So this will be a new way of actually taking it, seeing if it would actually continue to follow the trend and the money flow being strong. So we'll see if it actually wants to bounce back from that, you know, a little bit of retracement there. But we did end up missing the initial entry right there at 1245. So let's see what it does here the rest of the today and to tomorrow. But overall, had that setup. If it ends up turning over on the daily here with a bearish turning point, then we'll look for a different setup. But overall, yeah, it'll be fun. I mean, we've been what have we been doing? History. I mean, we've been absolutely just destroying these trades, right? We've been killing it. So it's kind of like, why not look for, you know, bigger opportunities, get this thing up a bit. We're at 2,200. It's like, that's kind of lame. Or 200,000. Why don't we just get trades that are bigger because we can? It's just so random. So we might as well just do some bigger entries and then go about it that way, since we can't legally trade live on stream. But overall, guys, that is what we're looking at on Atom. We'll see if it plays out. Let's talk about, well, BCH is on the board. That BCH trade is going nuts if you guys got in on that. We'll talk about that later, but still targeting that 600. I can't believe some of you guys got in with this on, man, at $430. You're up $100 per coin right now that you bought. That's insane. What's that percentage? if you took that and trade 24%. That's insane. I can't believe I missed that. Vishnu, I know, man. I appreciate you, brother. Guys, look at those likes up to 120 if you want to do that Friday giveaway. So make sure you sub if you want to be a part of that giveaway on Friday, and you hit that like button on the main stream or the vertical stream. Appreciate you guys. Mike Play, man. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. All right, guys. Oh no, we gotta go to the Euro USD, and then we're moving on. We'll keep a close eye on the Atom trade too. You know what? I'm gonna set up alerts on this. There we go, back in the green again. Man, only if we got that 1245 if I saw that. Let's set up alerts. Next alert's gonna be, the first alert's gonna be right at this open close there on the 4 hour. Let's create that. Yeah, that'll probably be the first alert. Then I'll create a downside alert too. See if it flips red. If it flips red, we'll talk about that and what we go about looking for. All right. We will discuss that if they hit. All right, my friends, let's jump to the Euro. You also taking some trades without the oscillator, for example, just targeting open close highs with structure? Yeah, I mean, if it sets up properly, sure. But it's like, you know, that's one thing where, you know, when you have something that works, you don't want to like try to fix it, right? You don't want to try to fix it. I mean, this thing has been extremely successful for a while now, right? We've been doing it from the beginning. So it's like, why fix what's not broke, right? Isn't that the saying? All right, let's talk about the Euro. Wait, I'm dumb. I was like Euro USD. I'm so used to typing USDT now because we've been adjusting to the USDT thing. All right, remember, still in that bear structure, right? So, right, we're watching the bear structure right now. The daily did break down on the oscillator, which we don't like to see, meaning that, you know, we could be heading into that bear structure. The nice part about Forex is that it does trade in smaller trends, which means you can actually catch some more setups more often. So in this case right now on the Euro, we were really watching for that 108.5 bounce. Never happened. Continue to set lower highs. This did set a little bit of bullish divergence here on this candle off an order block. For those of you that are scalpers, that would have been a beautiful scalp, but rejected and imbalanced the minute it retraced, right? Those leftover sell orders got filled quite aggressively, and now it's back down to that order block, which we discussed yesterday on that daily, right? This daily candle here was like 108.3, right? I know we talked about at 108.3, roughly here, that it's probably going to at least go retest this order block somewhere in there, and we'll see if it wants to set up. Now, if this thing sets a higher low here on the oscillator, you know, it is possible this thing maybe makes its move back to 108, 108.5, but it's still in that bearish trend, right? Lower highs still forming. Lower highs still forming. Never set a higher low even after it tried to break, but it was still below that previous lower high. So I would like to see this thing does maybe set up off the 182 or 18 area here. That was a great downside target if you did end up taking it short to the 108. I would like to see if maybe a turning point comes to the bull side here, but I wouldn't necessarily take it. If this thing actually broke out up here, extended, and then set a higher low off the 50% level, I'd probably talk about it a little bit more. But overall, this is not a bad spot for it to create that higher low for maybe that breakout run. That's what I would watch for, somewhere around on top of this order block yet again. So 24% order block is a pretty high percent order block, so something to really focus on for sure. Let's look at these other trades we were talking about. Jupiter. The one we liked the most, remember, was Dot, and it kind of failed. I wish it would have turned right here. Dot looked really strong for a setup of ours that we like to look at. Yeah, some of these other ones are like, yeah, they're kind of all over the place, little iffy. But overall, let's continue, my friends. What are we at now? I think we've hit the 50 minutes so far. Let's get to the let me go back to my future list. Gold's back up. Crude oil. Crude oil is interesting. A little bit of a report of like. We had the crude oil report today. I'm pretty sure. Should have. 1 hour. Volume. Yeah. At 9 a.m., right? I had to go back and look at the barrel numbers. But overall, it is bouncing back up. Remember, And we talked about the early on this year that the production would probably be down a bit. So there'll be less supply indicating a higher price. Apparently we're using a lot more oil, or we're maxing out the amount of oil we've ever used, I think is what I read today. I have to go back and look at it. But overall, this thing's been consolidating quite nicely in the 80s, which is okay. It's in a daily trend, though. You can see this daily uptrend's been holding quite nicely. So today would be yet another day that it does want to hold. If this thing actually does create a turning point here, like you were saying, Dane, this thing would follow its current structure it's in. This would be right at 62. If that turning point happens, it could then continue its move all the way up to 88. I mean, that's, you know, that would be a really good upside target this year. We'll see if we can get that, you know, at some point. But crude oil overall, like, been in this uptrend for a little bit here. 2 BOSs, nice change of character, bouncing off imbalances. It's not very, the volatility is not there like it was last year. So we'll see if that volatility kicks in, but it's been pretty stable, which is good. Overall, for people that do trade it, stability is always the best. So we'll see if this 4 hour wants to break back out of the structure of 82.40 and go from there. But overall, it's not terrible. So we'll see what it does, see what it wants to do. So let's go ahead and get to the wheel, because we are a little bit behind today because of the stream crash. So we will see. All right. 1 second, my friends. Okay, let's get to the wheel. Everybody say, what's up, Pepe? How you doing? Welcome back. Welcome back, Pepe. Pepe in the house. He's ready to party. Let's get it. First up, IMX, my friends. First up, IMX. Let's get it. Let's go. All right, IMX right now. What do we do first? We go to that weekly time frame, and then we mark off our key levels, right? Let's see. Yeah, this doesn't really have much. We're gonna go tether on Binance. All right, so IMX being the first. Let's see what we want to look for. Well, what do we see first? We see a very nice weekly open close high that clearly, boom, is being resistance and support. Can't get better than that, my friends, right? So when you see that resistance, it breaks through, has an imbalance there. Now it turns into support. This is a really good structure on the weekly time frame. So seeing that structure there, honestly, any buys down here at 250 would have been pretty solid. But in the daily here, look at that. Look at that. Beautiful bounce. Comes off of a previous high. It bounced, look here, it bounced here, wicked that there, and here, bounced twice. So that being said, we need to see this structure flip a little bit on IMX daily here. The structure's back into a little bit of downtrend formation. So I would want to see this thing bounce either again here and then make its move like that, or come out of it like that and then continue, right? So there's two things that could happen here. And honestly, either way, I do want a higher low forming on this daily. Somewhere in that 280s would be nice. To kind of get us breakout. So long as it's holding above 261 though, I'm happy. Above the 260s, I'm happy. This thing wicked as low as 245 actually. So if it could even wick anywhere above this high, that's fine. As long as it's just holding up like it already has been. So that structure would need to break. Give me something here. That's the biggest thing. It's like, if this thing does bounce here, it might be able to make that next push to retest these highs. So that's what I would say. If it does want to bounce somewhere below $3, it's probably going to go push 350 again. So really focus on that. I do like the bullish structure though. I think it's more bullish than bearish in its current state. The weekly is just being treated very, very well on the structure front. So holding up over 240, really. 240 is probably the lowest I would go. As long as there's no candle closures below 240 on the weekly or daily chart, I think you're going to be good. For that continuation up to 350. But again, that's why we wait, see if there's a, it wants to continue to respect that level to make its move. Clearly it has been, but still hasn't fully gained enough volume to get back to that high. So really focus on that. After that, if you're going for an IMX high right now, open close weekly right there, once it hit Binance at 415. So I would really look for that 415 run there. From this current price, what that would be a 44%, be an insane trade. So watching that would be ideal. So keep a close eye on it. Let's continue. Close eye on it for the IMX. Pepe back up. Pepe in the house. Let's get it. Let's go. Here we go, Pepe. Do something good. PayPal. Nice. Starting off early with a stock. I haven't looked at this one in a minute. All right. PayPal first up. What do we do? First up, let's look at its earnings. We're looking at stocks. We need to see what it did. We haven't had that Q4 report yet. I don't think. No, here it is. Sorry. I was looking at something else earlier. 2023 was actually up from last year, 2022, which is a good sign. If we do quarterly, was quarterly down? No, quarterly was up. Quarterly here. Quarterly was up too from last quarter as well. And Q4 2023. Q4 before was 12%. Net margin was 17%. So good growth from quarter to quarter, year over year. Good growth, as well as the yearly revenue of 29 versus 27. Nice little increase there. Now I go to these statements. We go to the annual and see kind of 75%. Gotta love that. 75% there. Jump on PayPal, which is good. Quarter up 52% as well. What was it from last Q4 2022? Right there, boom, 921. Yeah, that's actually all good signs. Are pointing that this clearly on PayPal wants to hold this value. So not a bad value here on PayPal, to be honest. Obviously, I can't give financial advice, but again, this thing clearly wants to hover in this current price. We do have a next earnings coming up here, but overall, I mean that's pretty good. Seeing a jump that good from last year. It kind of bouncing back from 2022 being a bad year is pretty solid there with that 14%. That comes back to averaging where it's been in 2019. So we'll see how it wants to do. 2019's price, what was it valued at 2019? We had a P&E of 52, PS of 7. And this 2023, see how it's down 16 to 2 there. So that value is not bad. Not a bad value spot here. I honestly, if anything, would, these are big long-term investments for sure. Getting good value on something like PayPal. So not too bad. Not too bad. You could trade this back up to like 86 or something for the long term. But overall, obviously can't give financial advice. But I would say if you're, looking to buy some PayPal, unofficially, not a bad price. Unofficially, not a bad price, especially, this thing used to trade crazily in the 300s. So, did it ever hit 300? Yeah, that was nuts. So, good to see growth. That's what you want to see. To 60 from 56, Evercore. So, getting updates, getting price target upgrades, which is good. PayPal price target maintained $74 share, RBC Capital. Not bad. Let's talk about overall, what's it called? TA wise, breaking out of a range here. I want this to hold up again over 65, continuously hold up over 65. The weekly looks actually really good for a nice breakout. 4-hour time frame. Similar situation, nice little uptrend here, forming very nicely. It's got a massive gap to fill. If this thing can break out at 68, you'll probably maybe see a very good jump into the 70s. That's what I would kind of focus on. If we can get a full closure over 68, might have a nice move there. So really looking forward to it. But yeah. PayPal, not too bad. Good suggestion. All right, let's keep it going, my friends. Pepe Wheel back in line here. What you got for me? LTC. Let's get it. Let's go, LTC. I like it. All right, LTC. Dang, yeah. Ricky, just join the Discord. It's absolutely free. Join the Lux Algo Discord. I don't know if they're in there, but otherwise just join the stream, chat with them in here. All right, LTC, man, this is quite interesting. We are in the Luxile Discord, of course. Yeah, of course. Duh. Okay, so quite interesting because you do have potentially, just a regular Head and Shoulders, but is the biggest question here. It's like this thing's actually moving nicely. Weekly time frame, definitely in some resistance here right at $100 on LTC. That being said, though, that trend there on the weekly here on the oscillator looks really good. Look at this this inverse Head and Shoulders here with that current turning point that happened here. Bounce back out. You can use the same patterns on the oscillator too. If you see, there you go. There's your two shoulders. So actually played off really nicely. 100 is still that price target. It's like, does it want to break 100? That's the biggest thing. So right now, I would want to see this thing actually go and break 100. It set a lower low on the oscillator here on the daily time frame, but it did get really good volume yesterday, which I like to see. Just take a glance at the 4 hour. 4 hours in this trend did just reject, but we have this previous high here to look at. Let me see on the weekly or the daily. Yeah, daily, that's coming right off that open close high. So right now, today, I would really want this thing to close up over 94.56. Okay, roughly 94.50s. Let's close today over the 94.50s on LTC. You'll probably hit 100. You'll probably hit 100, but upside target besides that is gonna be 103.86. Then after that, after 103.86, I'm gonna be going for that 113. That's definitely a good price target there on the weekly there. So overall there for LTC though, closure today over 94.50. 94.50 would be solid. Maybe the oscillator does want to come back out of this because it did drop on the money flow and then pick back up, which is a good sign. So I really want to see this thing actually continue its setup. But the only thing I'm worried about is the fact that it could be a Head and Shoulders type setup. But I mean, overall though, yesterday's flip back was pretty impressive. So we'll see if it wants to actually set up or not. All right. 177 is my liquidation price. I might keep adding money to not get liquidated. Come on. Come on, Dennis. You know better than that. LTC overall, though, 94.50. Watch for that hold. Upside target is that 103, and then after that, 113. Let's keep going. Let's keep going, my friends. Pepe wheel is here. Give me something. Doge. All right, well, today was the day that we decided to take a meme coin, and the OG himself, Doge, is probably the only one that would ever go over. But Doge, here he is, the dog himself, Dogecoin. Let me see if Tether is a little better. Nah, that's probably what I'm saying. I'll just do USD this time. All right. Doge is up. So Doge actually has things we can talk about, right? Right now, what do we say? Look at this pivotal point. Look at this very aggressive pivot that happened right off of 1834. Look what happened recently. Beautiful rejection off that exact price point. I would be targeting that if I was long down here in the 8 cents, right? Also, those of you long in the 8 cents, great job if you swung it. I know a lot of you are probably just bag holders from some price. But 8 cents, if you bought it recently off the 8 support, I mean, this thing's all over 8. You lovely over 100% trade. Good job. That being said, next, this would be my first price target of 18.27 because of that pivotal point there. Next up is this next pivotal point on the weekly. It's going to be 20.
Who's your daddy?
I mean, you can't, like, this is exactly why I didn't even know this happened. This is exactly why we always mark off these weekly levels. You would have been out of this trade beautifully if you would have just jumped onto a high time frame, marked off those very strong pivotal points, like on Doge here, and then wha-bam, that literally hit to a T2067. That open close low there was 2048. I mean, that you can't get better than that. That's insane. Right now, though, upside from this area would be breaking through that at this point. And then right there, going to that next pivotal point at 28. So you do have some room, right? You have some room to the upside there to 28 if that's what you're going to go for. On this daily time frame, just need to see a break and hold. Oscillator did break structure right here, which, man, what a lovely little rebound there with a volume jump right before. But what I would see now is I want to see this oscillator come back down, give me a nice turning point again above 50. if that happens, if you get that turning point above 50 here, something like this, and there goes my camera. We overheat again, pal? What happened? I see it. All right. But yeah, if we get that breakout and run through that 20 point like we talked about, battery exhausted. Is it not plugged in? Yo, I had the wrong one plugged in. I see now. I see now. I get you, brother. I get you, brother. Okay, brother. Okay, brother. I get you, camera. I didn't even have it plugged in. I'm done. Errors in the chat. All right, we're back. That being said, though, Doge getting through that 2048, like we said, that weekly level, right? Off of that pivotal point right there. Bam. Right? Pivotal point right there. We get that bounce back off that 20 after we break out because it clearly rejected it. You just need to break back through that 2048, and then you're going to get a very nice move possibly. So really need to just see that continuation here. 4 hour is starting to reject a similar order block there. 33% order block there clearly is a problem, right? Clearly is a problem. And now the matrix was broken again. Got to fix that. No! Wrong way. Wrong way, camera. There we go. All right. So 1830, not a bad price to consider a support level if it actually wants to be treated that way. But right now, rejecting off that 33% order block is the only thing I'd be worried about. If it can get through that, guys, if it can get through 1932, 1923, it's probably going to go retest that 2048, which came from the most beautiful pivotal point on the weekly right there on Doge 2048. Beautifully rejected. I mean, you can't get better than that, my friends. That's why you tune into the live stream every single day at 1 p.m. Eastern. All right. Dogecoin, guys, there you go. That's what I want. After that, you're looking for 28. That's the only meme coin I'm looking at because it's actually tradable now. All the other meme coins are just literally just craziness right now. Solana network's going bonkers. Crazy volume. All right. Let's go. What you got for me? Yeah, CKB. This thing is interesting. I don't fully understand or know what CKB is, to be honest. If you guys know, let me know. Nervous network. Is that what it is? Nervous. Nervos. But this is cool. I haven't been suggested this chart, but I like it. Jules said, hey, I am French. What are you trading? We're just looking at a bunch of different things, my friend. I think we're still in that Atom trade. That's just sitting break even right now, roughly. But when we have trade setups, we talk about them and we let you know. We're watching some others as well. All right, but we do take suggestions at the beginning of the stream. We throw it up on the Pepe wheel, and those are the ones we are guaranteed to go over for the stream. If we go over, it looks like we are going to get through these pretty quickly, so we will take more suggestions after that, guys. Where are we at on likes? We're going to do a $300 giveaway this Friday, guys, so make sure you sub, and you're here on Friday if you want to be a part of that giveaway. But right now, guys, we're at 103 likes. Make sure you hit that like button. If we hit 120 likes today, we will do that $300 giveaway on Friday, okay? So make sure you smash the like button. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. All right, that being said, CKB, quite interesting. Quite interesting. I do like it. I do like it. This thing had a major pump just recently in the beginning of the year. The volume started, which is good. That's the other thing, guys. We talked about this yesterday on meme coins. If you're trading them, watch for big volume spikes. Watch for the whales to jump in because you can get very early indications. Look at the way this is traded. It's like this had very high volume, right, for a little bit there, and then just completely got dropped off. High volume spike here. Could have taken a trade and just, you would have held your bag or even had a nice little move back, right? That price there, not terrible. It would have came back down from the 4. You wouldn't have lost much. But the minute you see, a big whale like this come in, that's like towering. This volume candle is towering over. You could have even entered on this one and it's still been really good. But again, this is what happens with these newer currencies. You watch for those big volume spikes happen. And there you go. You could have gotten in right there at 4.5, and now it's trading up a whole nother decimal place at 1 cent, which is crazy. So major move could have happened there if you got in when you just saw that volume spike, 300% already. Now, where is this heading from here, though? Here we got a lower high from that previous high and a higher low kind of conflicting. This is actually a good sign for a potential bull flag or even pennant formation. You could get the pennant. You could also get the bull flag. Bull flag, all we need is another lower low and then set up for a nice high move. The only thing I don't like right now is the fact that the oscillator did get broken to the downside, but sometimes it needs to do that in order to make its next move. So what I would want to see right now is this thing to hold up above this 50 level here on the oscillator. Give me a bullish turning point above that. If that happens, you'll get a confirmed higher low here on CKB 1 day chart, the daily chart, and then maybe go retest that high of 2 cents, 2.5 cents roughly. So that's what I'd be looking for on that daily. For the 4 hour here, decent volume, I will say, decent volume. It is trying to break bullish structure, which is not a great sign. I would have wanted to see this thing bounce more aggressively off this level or create a turning point off this level, but it didn't. So right now I'm watching really where it's at. If this thing gets a candle closure below these lower highs here, if it gets an actual candle close below that order block and it liquidates this order block, then you're probably going to see a move down to 1757. So watch to see if you get a bounce off of this. If you do, then maybe we could look for that nice little setup there. But overall, this thing is a little bit bearish on that 4 hour. But the daily time frame, you know, it could give you some chances down here a little bit lower, 1.8. So the 4 hour, right, it could be bearish, but remember, we got to think about what time frame we're on. If I'm trading bearish on this 4 hour, I'm going to go down to like 175 or something. From that previous high, and clearly a nice little reversal pattern that formed here. So definitely something to consider if it does break and close below that 195. So if you get a candle closure above 195, it's probably going to go test 175. So really watch that setup. Monkey Clan said, if you said hi, I will give you 1,000. Monkey Clan, hi, what's up, man? Appreciate you being here, brother. All right, CKB off the board. Man, we're a little split up today, but Pepe's on. Not bad for this one. I'm using the price action concepts indicator. That's what you're seeing on these order blocks and the oscillator matrix. You can actually try them out risk-free for 30 days on our website, luxsaga.com. So, yo, Pepe's on it, man. My nose is itchy again today. It's driving me nuts. Pepe, no, not that one. Pepe's on it, my friends. Pepe absolutely killing it. Way to go, Pepe. Pepe's in the chat if you're a Huddle Game member. Guys, remember, $300 giveaway on Friday. Make sure you tune in if you want to be a part of that. But the best part is if you are a Huddle Gang member, which is literally $1, you do get 2 extra entries to every single Friday giveaway, okay? So let's go. Easy as that. Easy peasy. All right. So Madic. Where are we going? Madic, where are we going? All right, Madic right now, continuing to bounce off that previous high. You can see the box we set there, right? You can see the box we had sitting there. So if it does bounce here, I would really want to see for a potential continuation from this level. Right now it's at, you know, $1, right? So $1 is psychological, right? If Madic does bounce off that dollar mark, could be a good psychological level to be trading. If that were to happen, keep it a close eye on it. Maybe we get a nice breakout, go up to 127. So in this current spot, though, I would really want to see if this thing can sorry, one sec. Okay. Yeah, so I'd want to see this thing bounce off that $1. It already tried to, right? It's already tried to treat that, which is good. So when it recovered back up to this previous open close high on the daily there off 103, it is trying to, be balanced out. So maybe if it continues to trade off this level, we could eventually get a setup. But that's the biggest watch right now is this dollar mark. It's quite interesting, to be honest. And it all comes off these pretty aggressive highs as well on Madic. So let's see if we can get that kind of bounce back off of this and go from there. But overall, still in some bullish structure on that weekly time frame. The 4 hour here, Did have that BOS break. Had a crazy candle last 4 hour. Wow, it went up and back down. But it's showing that it wants to bounce off of this is pretty solid too. So we'll see, maybe off 1014 it could have its next move. So 1014 there. But, you know, right now that dollar mark's probably the most important thing. So watch to see if it continues to hold over $1. If it doesn't, then, you know, we might get a retest of like 95 again or something. That'd be my low side move, would be 95.85 roughly. So really watch that, and we'll go from there. Madic off the board. Upside targets, though, really quickly, just to give you guys some type of idea, would be back to this open close high up here at 123.18. So watch that. 123.18 would be that watch. Would you mark weekly levels first, and when there is less data, the daily? What are your time frames to mark those open close high? Daily and weekly are probably the best ones to go for. You can mark them on other time frames. You don't have to just do it on the weekly. Just the weekly, obviously, it's gonna be more significant on the weeklies. Oh man! All right, man. Nose is itchy today. Let's get it on to the next one. Yo, Pepe's on it, my friend. Yo, Pepe's in the chat. Pepe's in the chat. Let's go, Pepe. ICP. Let's get it. This thing is freaking killing it today. Let's go, buddy. He got backhanded yesterday, and he's back in his place. Back in his place. ICP absolutely ripping. And this is why we show these pivotal points, right? So, a little bit of a pivotal point there. 3 weeks of just bullish buying off that level 1573. You can see we had a clear reaction, and then we just blew through it. When we blow through those levels, well, guess what? This is a very key level right now. 2250. If it hits 2250, I would consider taking some profits 100% if you're in a trade. If you're buying for the long term, you know, you could consider that this necessarily doesn't have to be a take profit level. You could wait for a higher move. But ICP right now, 2250 would be that upside target just due to the overall rejection and support off of that level. It's pretty key. So on the daily here, I love this is a really good oscillator consolidation before a breakout move. So love that. It has room. Didn't move much off of this turning point here on the weekly, which means, hey, this thing could get going into next week. Daily time frame. Look, it's barely touched. Wow. Barely touched in that overbought territory. This thing is actually looking really good for that 2250, probably tomorrow maybe. So we'll see if we can get that set up or get that continuation maybe into tomorrow. So clearly that 1574 was a pretty significant level. We've now had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bullish days in a row. 60% for that low. That's awesome. 8 bullish days in a row. So if if you're part of that 8 bullish days, great job. Otherwise, what you want to see here is just a, considerable retracement if it happens. Just hold over 17 roughly. Was this? Yeah, 17 almost on the dot off that BOS would be nice for that continuation. If not, wait for the continuation. But so long as it's above that BOS there, which is sitting right at 17, I do like it. I think it's continue to make nice moves. So really watch that here on ICP. Let's go that 4 hour. 4 hour with a little bit of a flip back. Everything flip back. Adams crossing down. Interesting. No. We'll talk about it later. But what sucks too is because of the price point we would have gotten. Wait, would this be below our price? It would actually. We might grab some. I grab some more if it's below that price point. But Bitcoin with the bounce back. Interesting. Let me see here. We wicked up and back down 1 hour. I was gonna see if anything changed in the past little bit. But let me go back to where were we? ICP. But we'll talk about it. Yeah, this is interesting wicks that we're seeing on all 4 hour and daily time frames. But for ICP here, really the biggest thing. Hold on. Am I still there? Making sure that I'm not disconnected from anything. But no, chill. Do not listen to yourself. So biggest thing for ICP today would be closing over yesterday's close price of 19. Goodness gracious, closing over 19 would be nice. If we get that closure over 19, then maybe get that continuation. Ideally, it would be nice to close over the high of 2054 from yesterday and make that move. Guys, we're almost there. We need literally 7 more likes. Or maybe more. Yeah, 7 more likes when we're there. All right, my friends. But today, ICP 2054 would be a nice close. If not, at very least, let's get a bullish closure over... what's this closure? 1919. Hold on one second. We haven't looked at the news today or this week. We had such a. Where's my? Excuse me. It's not what I normally look at. Where is it? Economic calendar. They changed their layout on this. This is annoying. Should be down here. Why didn't that move? There it goes. Okay. Nothing later today. Interesting. I was seeing why maybe we had some volatility there. We had GDP tomorrow. GDP tomorrow at 8:30, guys. Should be interesting. What is this? This is predicted, forecasted versus previous. Previous was 4.9. If we get a report up to 4.9 tomorrow, that'd be great. Forecasted 3.2. Okay. I was just seeing if there's a reason for some volatility. Neocloud is premium, yeah. I was looking at ICP when it was around $10, still upset. I'm sorry, man. ICP though, watch for, yeah, again, that closure over this open or closure from yesterday of $19 is the big move today. Let's go to that daily. Go to the weekly one more time. Weekly 2250 would be a very significant level to go for. Looks solid for that move, to be honest. All right, let's continue. Let's get it, my friends. Pepe, what you got? Pepe hits this, I'm gonna go bonkers. Yo, he's on it. He's on it today. Let's go. Pepe's in it to win it, my friends. He's in it to win it. Goodness gracious, dude. Thank you. He got backhanded yesterday, and today he's like in line. He's in line today. BCH. The bread and butter. This thing was... BCH is killing it. All right. I believe it. BCH, man. What a flippin' trade. Anybody in this besides Punk Chainer, man. We literally...
Who's your daddy?
Literally gave the perfect call out off of this price point right here, 432. Right off 432. I could run the clip, but if you've been here, you know the drill. So 432 was that price point that we talked about. If we got that turning point, as you can see here, all the box already drawn, and we got that turning point on the oscillator, which we did. Got the turning point. This is the ideal setup. This is why I was saying the weird part about the Atom trade, which is down, it's back to break even, which is down roughly 70. I mean, we went a little more aggressive on this one. But the difference between the Atom trade here is that this thing already had higher lows set, right? So it had lower low there, had its first higher low set there, and from that point, had its mega move back up, right? So, hold on one second, I'm getting a kill. One second. That's gracious. Why now? But that being said there, I really want to see if this thing's going to, you know, continue from there. But look, notice higher low was art. Oh my gosh. gracious. Why do people have to show up in my house and call me all at the same time? Who's showing up at my house? Who's here? Okay. Higher lows, though, pretty much in line, right? Breaks out, sets a higher high pretty aggressively. Now, that's the difference here. We were talking about this on, look at how it already said higher low. If we would have had that entry right here, it would have been really nice. Dude, it's... Give me a second. Goodness gracious, somebody. Hold on. Hey, what's up, guys? Hold on one second. Gosh, dude. Okay. Hopefully you enjoyed watching everything frozen for a little bit. But guys, I'm going to have to go. It's very bad timing. We're literally leaving for Florida tomorrow, and my wife is out and my daughter woke up. And so just very bad timing. And she's like, just now, like, waking up. So I do have to go. I'm sorry, guys. If I can probably do a stream. I can probably jump back on stream here in a little bit when she gets back, but I gotta, make sure that she's okay. So I appreciate you guys. Right when BCH happens too, right? Right when BCH happens. BCH looks pretty awesome though. Really, really want to see this hit 600. But I appreciate it, guys. I'm sorry. I'm gonna set a timer. Hey Siri, set a timer for 27 minutes. In 27 minutes, when this timer goes off, I'm gonna take those Bitcoin predictions, okay? And I'll make sure to let you guys know, all right? But I appreciate it, guys. I gotta go. I'll see you later. Thanks for tuning in for a little bit. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I'll be back though, possibly later today. Maybe do a really quick stream to finish it out. All right. All right. I'll see you guys later. Thank you, guys. Sorry, this is just really bad timing. I'm pissed. I'm honestly really pissed. Okay.